Lightweights lock up in our co-main event as Abdulaziz Datsilaev squares off against Dumar. Undefeated at 4-0, Killcliff FC product Abdulaziz Datsilaev has proven to be too much for anyone that stands in his way. An exciting up-and-comer who's equally entertaining as he is dominant. Datsilaev will look to make a statement tonight when he makes his Fury FC debut. Standing across from him will be Dumar. No stranger to competition, Roa believes he's ready for tonight's fight. With 40 fights under his belt, Roa will look to lean on his edge and experience as he hopes to spoil his opponent's undefeated record. Straight ahead, it's our co-main event of the evening as Abdulaziz Datsilaev faces off against Dumar. Live from Houston, Texas, this is Fury FC 104 on UFC Fight Pass.
Please welcome to the blue corner, Abdulaziz Datsilaev.
All right, there we go, heel. All right, there's the mic. Abdulaziz Datsilaev. Man, this guy is fighting for Fury FC for the first time, but MMA fans already know him, right, Michael? Why is that?
Man, I think it's just a combination of, the camp he comes from and what he's done so far. I mean, he's making this look easy. But I think what he's most well known for is the accidental cut he did on Ilia Topuria during a sparring session. They got 40-something million views, and he took a lot of heat for that. But he laughs about it now. But I guarantee it wasn't that funny during camp.
No, not at all. First time here, 4-0 overall. And in addition to that, right, like that was a moment where it was like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? Everyone hated him there for a minute. But he's also been with Michael Chandler as one of his main training partners. Was actually with Michael Chandler back when he fought Charles Oliveira at UFC 309, and joined him for all the press, joined him for every moment, and to get that taste, to see what it's like, it's beyond anything that could inspire you. So, and it actually was strange. Like, he was working at a construction site in New York. He watched Michael Chandler take on Justin. Okay, they watched that fight live, and then you fast forward a couple or 3 years, and he's with Michael Chandler, cornering and being his main training partner. How wild is that?
That's cool. Yeah, it's the way of the universe, man. It comes full circle.
Abdulaziz is inside, and we've been trying to find him a fight here for the longest time. We finally got a taker. Let's meet that opponent.
Please welcome to the red corner, Dumar.
Dumar Roa, first time inside the Fury FC cage, has 40 fights under his belt. He fought he's 40 fights under his belt, has fought 7 times in the last year.
Wow, that's a
7 times in 2024, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know this, it's May. Y'all know it's only May. And 7 times this year. At this pace, he'll fight
7 times in 2024.
Oh, 2024.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just in 2024.
All right.
But still, that is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, 7 fights, 6 is about the max you could probably do if you were just finishing people early. And 6 is tough. That's an extent. I mean, how many fighters in the UFC have fought 6 times in a month or in a year? Kevin Holland's one. And
maybe Neil Magny.
I
think they're tied for the record.
Yeah, that's but that's it. That's 7 times, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot right there. He's one of the pioneers of MMA from Colombia. He has fought internationally in over 12 countries. Kickboxing. He has done everything in that side of the combat sports world. National MMA champion, WMMAA world medalist, kickboxing champion on the national level. He has a lot of experience, a lot of cage time, and he is game for this fight.
Yeah, and a lot of love for the sport. To fight that much, Alex, you fought 40 times also, right?
Yeah, right about.
Yeah, so I mean that's a lot to go in there, and but you started at 17, so
yeah.
I mean that's a good amount of time to have 40 fights in, and I don't know what his amateur career looked like, but that's a ton of fights.
We'll look at our tail of the tape real quickly by the Danuna Law Firm. Reach advantage, height advantage going to Abdulaziz Datsilaev. Both fighters did make weight for this 155 showdown. Let's get our introductions.
The following contest, brought to you by DanunaLawFirm.com, is scheduled for 3 rounds in the Fury FC lightweight division, and it is your co-main event of the evening. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist is 5 feet 7 inches tall, and he weighed in officially at 153.6 pounds. Fighting out of Guateque, Colombia, he holds a professional record of 20 wins, 20 losses. Here is El Legendario Samurai, Dumar. And introducing his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This freestyle fighter stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he weighed in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Kizilyurt, Republic of Dagestan, he holds a professional record of 4 wins, no losses. Here is unbroken Abdulaziz Datsilaev. Your referee in charge of the action, JJ Ferraro.
All right, JJ Ferraro inside co-main event time here at Fury FC on UFC Fight Pass. Dumar Roa, blue gloves, Abdulaziz in the red gloves. This is about what we expected. Immediately asserting his will is Datsilaev. Trains at Killcliff FC.
Roll back to his feet. And, the experience factor here is, Abdulaziz with 4 fights. It's not very often you see a guy with 4 fights fighting a 40-fight guy. But, Abdulaziz has 12 or 14 amateur fights, and so he does have a lot of experience. Plus, Rahil, you mentioned the high-level experience with guys fighting, training with guys like Michael Chandler and Ilya Topuria and those guys. So really, really high level here from
actually got inspired by inspired by the movie Rocky, like so many of us did. He's about 4 to 5 years old. There's a picture of him just wearing the American colors like Rocky.
He also he said the world champion in combat sambo, and that's just, imagine going to a jiu-jitsu tournament, but it's MMA fights in a gi top. So I mean, it is. I mean, it really is. So I mean, he's got a ton of experience there too. Oh man.
Has been competing in MMA since he was 13 years old. Has Abdulaziz Datsilaev. Only 25 years old.
Yeah, bright future for this guy. Just having his way with Roa so far. Dumar Roa, 40-fight veteran. He's dealt with plenty of adversity inside the cage.
It's been a year since he last fought, though, for Datsilaev. It was last May. Finished James Freeman in the first round. Wrestled Freeman down, similar to this, and then just worked until that choke opened up and got the tap. It's a head-arm choke that did it. And I think it's right here, the strength and the grinding pressure that will open something up for Abdulaziz.
Yeah, Roa wedged that left knee in and started to hit a guard recovery, but Datsilaev was able to trap that ankle and hit a nice little pass. And this takes some time, maybe 5 to 8 minutes until you can really wear someone else on the top side crucifix. Notice that he's got the underhook on the left side, and then the head pin on the bicep. You see how he's keeping that right arm of Roa trapped. The way to escape these crucifix positions is to clear an elbow line. Trying to force the head and arm choke.
Yeah, we saw in his highlight reel before he came out, he put somebody to sleep with that head and arm choke. That pressure's got to be devastating.
Oh, man, punches raining down. Dumar Roa has to start moving and does, and shells up, but takes a knee.
And watch, he'll connect his hands and then hit him with a mat return. Get him on all fours and then just make him carry his weight. This just, it's like drowning. It's just like this drains your energy. Carrying the weight.
Oh. Big thank you to everyone watching around the world on UFC Fight Pass. Fury FC 104, our main event still to come. As Datsilaev raining down punches. Just waiting. To see if this one is going to be finished. Punches are raining down. Not much being done by Dumar Roa now.
Yeah, you got to wonder. I mean, even though the punches aren't being, they're not lethal that are being thrown. They're just, here's that head and arm choke that he likes. Now he's back in the mount position.
Yeah, just a world of trouble. Abdulaziz Datsilaev.
Yeah, he's turning it up now. Close. Those elbows and fists.
And we are getting close to a finish. Dumar Roa stays alive for another few seconds, and that is it. Abdulaziz Datsilaev gets the finish in our co-main event at Fury FC 104. What a showing in the highly anticipated Fury FC debut for Abdulaziz, a.k.a. Unbroken.
Yeah, Abdulaziz Datsilaev just dominating here. Dumar Roa, and man, just you saw these elbows coming down. This was just devastating, and then as soon as he flattened out, that was enough. JJ Ferrari had seen enough and called the fight. But yeah, as soon as he went flat to the mat, I mean, you got to consider that. There he goes. You see his both hips are on the floor. He's just covering up. No offense left in him.
Yes, smothering wrestling there. Give him no space.
None.
Made him carry his weight.
A lot of respect between these two guys. Abdulaziz, highly complimentary of Dumar Roa for taking this fight. And Eric and Rich have been trying to get Abdulaziz a fight since he signed with Fury FC earlier this year and just could not get one. Nobody's saying yes until Dumar Roa. And Abdulaziz gets the big win. Let's make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee JJ Ferraro calls for a stop to the fight. 4 minutes, 40 seconds into the very first round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Unbroken, Abdulaziz Datsilaev.
Abdulaziz Datsilaev, your shirt says it all. Dana White, Sean Shelby signed me. I will be the next UFC lightweight champion and pound for pound #1. Hard to argue that. I appreciate you guys for, first of all, I want to say, Houston, we have a problem. Dagestani guy from the mountain come here and want to take over everything. Woo! Abdulaziz, you took no damage in this fight. We know you could probably fight again tonight if you had to, but what's next for you? Give me 30 minutes rest. Just drink water and I'm ready. Let's go. Well, I want to fight for the title. Let's go. I'm 5-0, 24-0 amateur, combat sambo world champion. I'm a future next Dagestani lightweight UFC lightweight champion. I want to be pound for pound. You will see, guys. Abdulaziz Datsilaev, right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Abdulaziz Datsilaev called the shot. Made that shirt well ahead of time and knew he was going to wear it. I love that. And with that, we head to our main event here at Fury FC 104.